Hello and welcome to your Fast Fit tip for happy feet and lower leg relief. All you'll need here is a tennis ball or a soft myofascial release ball designed for the purposes of self-massage for our body. So this is great if you have achy feet, if you have tight lower legs, and even this is a wonderful exercise if you get tension headaches or tension through the lower back, and I'll explain why. Let's get started. So standing in your tall power posture pose, let's take off our shoes so that you can start to wiggle your feet into the ground. And we'll start with a pre-test just to see how much this actually improves from beginning to end. So soft knees, don't overly strain yourself, but I encourage you here just to bend forward and notice where your fingertips land on the ground. All right, so for me right now, it's my fingertips and my thumbs land comfortably. I feel a stretch through the back of my body, but I'm not forcing or straining to get lower. Knees are straight. All right, so soften your knees. Let's roll ourselves back up. So this is actually working the deep connective tissue that's called the superficial back line. And this deep connective tissue or fascia connects at the base of the feet and runs the length of your calves, hamstrings, up the length of your spine, your cranium, and attaches here. So that's why I was saying that sometimes just working and rolling through the feet will help alleviate that tension through the entire line. That includes your head and your back and your spine. Okay, so let's get started with our right foot, and we do about a minute each foot. So with a tennis ball or your myofascial ball on the floor, and so medium intensity of a ball, so not a really hard, rigid ball. It's not recommended. I want to get a little bit of movement. And so we'll start at the top of the foot here, and you're getting into all the joints of the toes. So we're pushing and releasing. Okay, so push and release, almost like you're getting a nice shiatsu massage where we're working these pressure points of the foot. And so when I do this regularly, I don't feel a lot of deep tension and trigger points, but when I've skipped a while doing this exercise, it can be pretty intense. So as you push and release through the entire ball of your foot, explore that whole area here with your ball. You might find some intense areas, and especially if you're used to wearing shoes all day and I have to say, or just bare feet all day. Anytime we're doing something in excess, standing all day or sitting all day, we need to move it up. Our body needs movement and multidimensional angles. So keep working down here. I'm working down to my heel now and just pressing a few times in and out. And then I'll work back through the midpoint of my foot, right in the arch area, press release. So just a little vigorous press release. So we're pumping that circulation, blood flow, and more oxygen to our tissues. And our fascia needs to stay hydrated. So that's why it's so important also to drink water throughout the day. So if you feel fatigued or lethargic or crampy, it could also mean that one, we're not moving enough, or two, we're not hydrated enough. So we need both. Okay, so keep going. We'll just finish this up. I'm starting to feel some nice heat come into my foot. It's indicating more blood flow, more circulation. So there's more elasticity and mobility. And that means your balance will be better as well in all of your sports or day-to-day activities. All right, so I'm going to give my foot one more round here from heel to ball, ball to heel. So I encourage you to still take some deep breaths as you do this tennis ball exercise. So it's a little myofascial release movement here, which is great for more elasticity, more mobility, and alleviating any discomfort. Good. Now release that right foot. I might have done longer than a minute because it feels so good. Do you notice a difference between both feet? More spaciousness, more groundedness on that side? Yeah, let's make sure we do the other side. So left foot now. Bring it right to the ball of the foot. Start working in between all the joints of the toes. Pressing and releasing. And if you need help with a little extra balance, hold on to the back of your office chair or hand on the wall. All right, and keep your supporting knee bent as well, so you're not putting too much strain into that opposite leg or hip. So we're just keep it moving around. So I'm pressing in through all the tarsal bones here, all through the toe joints, the middle part of the foot, a lot of tiny bones in the feet, a lot of deep connective tissue and tendons, ligaments. So work your way down here to your heel and then up back through the middle arch of your foot, press release, like you're pumping that circulation. So it's like if you were to hold your hand really tightly for even 10 seconds and you open your hand, notice what you see. It goes from white to red, yes? So there's more, we hold, we contract, and then we release, and more blood flow comes in, carrying more oxygen and nutrients to our tissues. So improves the health of the joint. So our bodies need movement. All right, it's so important. So don't sit more than an hour without moving some part of your body. And that's what these Fast Fit tips are here to help you do. Okay, so let's work through that foot a little bit more. Deep breaths. Just keep massaging it. You find your own pace through this. Maybe you're going slower or quicker than I am. Find a trigger point, work through that area, maybe 5 or 10 seconds, and then keep moving. Don't just stay on one spot. Okay. My feet are due for a nice massage. This feels really, it can be really intense, but I promise, really soothing. Do this more often. And you relieve tension and cramping through the feet and the calf area, and even alleviate that tension all throughout that posterior line of your body. Okay, we're finishing it up. I'm going to roll the tennis ball aside, stand tall, and notice now how your feet feel compared to when you first began. Now take yourself back into that same position as when we started. We'll do that post test and notice if there's a difference. Feet together, deep breath. Good. Just soft knees, but straight legs. Come back down. And notice if it's easier to bend forward. Do your fingers reach a little farther? Maybe it was on your shins before, maybe your ankles, feet, or floor. Doesn't matter where it was. Just notice if there's a difference between the first time and the second time. I certainly notice a release for me after doing that for a couple of minutes. So try that every day. Keep the tennis ball close to your desk and do it in any break, morning, afternoon, or evening. Your body will thank you for it. Thanks for being here. Be well.